Everything okay, Tom? You're not live yet. Nope, nope, completely understandable. I just seen that you had it scheduled for quarter after. I was just double checking, make sure everything was good. Awesome. Good luck, buddy.
Alright, hello and welcome to Lanier National Speedway for the Rusty Misfits Racing League, all the dirt rookie mini stocks. If you just joined us at Cedar Lake Speedway, you watched Hunter Wellman put on a clinic at the front of the field, leading 40 laps in the feature race to take the victory over Mick Olson and Dean Quallie. We have just over 6 minutes remaining in this practice session here at Lanier Speedway. Hunter Wellman back on top of the leaderboard. Just slightly faster than Dale Wiggins in that 88 machine, who was not in the dirt race, but made it here for our asphalt side of things. Dean Quallie very close behind in third place. 6 minutes remaining in the practice session, then we will start into heat racing. We'll probably have, by the looks of it, 2 heat races, 4 cars in each heat, to set our starting lineup for our 75 lap feature race. As we watch Dale Wiggins out on track here, getting a few practice laps in, trying to beat that time Wellman put down. Only has to gain 1/100th of a second to get there. Top 3 so far separated by 3/100ths of a second. Tim Ruark in 4th there, just under 10th, and in fact there goes Dale Wiggins to the top of the board, finding 2/100ths of a second to overtake Wellman. Going to be a very, very tight field, at least for the top 4 or 5 cars. Well, we go all the way through, it's only a 0.2 of a second less than a 0.2 of a second gap between all 8 cars as far as their fastest lap times are concerned. Dale Wiggins happy with that lap, pulling back in, getting some fresh tires, going to go back out to try and improve upon that. Meanwhile, we got Matt Moreau pulling out onto the track in that 38 Dodge Avenger bodied mini stock. Currently sitting 6th place, tied. 3-way tie for 5th, really, between Mick Olson, Ray Andrews, and himself. If you've been following along with this series, Season 5 so far, 2 races in, this will be race number 3. Both races so far, Dean Quallie, the man to beat. 2-4-2 coming into tonight, hoping he can make a 3-for-3, but he's going to have to have his work cut out for him here. But Dean has a few tricks up his sleeve. He is well known for being able to be competitively fast, yet maintain and save tires very well, which when you're running on asphalt is an extremely important skill set to have. If you can maintain a solid pace and be able to save tires at the same time, you definitely are making yourself a very difficult competitor to race with. Dale Wiggins able to improve just a little bit on his fastest lap time, shaving another 1/100th of a second it off a lap or so ago. Just hear these cars on that rev limiter down the front straightaway. Very little adjustment allowed in these cars, and we do run a fixed setup series, so what you have is what you get, and everyone's running the same setup. No one should theoretically have any kind of advantage over another driver other than just straight up skill. Right now, Dale Wiggins showing that skill out on top of our leaderboard. but still very, very tight field. 15:04 at the top to a 15:22 at the bottom. 2.5 minutes remaining in this practice before we go into our heat races. It's going to be a matter of finding that extra couple of hundredths to maybe take advantage and get ahead of your nearest competitor. And it would not be surprising to see this race come down to a couple of tenths of a second between cars. As we have Dale Wiggins, Matt Moreau having a little bit of fun on track there at the tail end of this practice session, and then returning to pit road. No one on track, everyone seeming that they might be happy, and Dale not wanting to tow. It seems like he might be just happy laying there and having a little nap before a race starts. But everyone appears to be happy with their cars, happy with what they have, and hopefully able to take those cars into our heat races and into our feature race. We will have, I believe, 8 lap heat races leading into our 75 lap feature. And yeah, looks like we are going to have just over a minute before we go with no one on track. Well, appears we do have a couple of cars out on track. Must be in a different run group here. If you play iRacing at all, you will know that during practice sessions, iRacing tends to split the cars in a session up so that the track is not overcrowded during practice to give you the opportunity to get some clean practice laps in. In fact, Dean Quallie overtaking Hunter Wellman that time for second place on the leaderboard. Dean looking to reassert himself as the driver to beat in this series. Good race a few moments ago on the dirt race at Cedar Lake. Hoping to continue his dominant run here on the asphalt side as practice comes to an end. We will be getting ready to grid up our cars, and they are actually starting to line up on pit road right now, which technically would be the front row or front straightaway here. So let's take a look at our starting lineup. Looks like they will be bringing 5 cars out for heat race number 1. Tim Ruark, that 44 machine, will be starting pole position with the 64 of Hunter Wellman on his outside. Mason Hain in that 089 car will be starting 3rd position inside row 2 with Justin Walbring on his outside in that 666 machine. Bringing up the back of this pack, and lucky number 13 is Ray Andrews as the pace car leads them away. Will be 2 laps to green. Get those tires warm. Get things ready to go. And why don't we hop on with our third place starter on board for the restart. Coming down the back straightaway here, the pace car should be pulling off the track, coming through 3 and 4 this time by. Tim Ruark will be the control car for the start. Green flag in the air. Mason sleeping a little bit, allows Tim to get away from him. Hunter, though, managing to stay on the outside just enough to give Tim trouble. Side by side to 3 and 4, Mason actually slides up a little bit. Makes a little bit of contact with Walbring by the looks of it. Walbring staying wide, giving Mason plenty of room. And trouble at the front. Tim Ruark, Hunter Willman having some issues. Let's take a quick look back at our All the Dirt instant replay. See what happened between our two leaders. Looks like Tim washed up a little bit. Didn't think or thought he had enough room to give that 64 car. Just put them into the outside wall and spun himself around. There are no cautions in these heat races. But that little incident allows Mason Hain in that 089 car to take over the lead over Ray Andrews. Justin Walbring running third. Wellman Ruark far behind this pack. Andrews and Walbring right behind that 089 car. Hain not able to drive away. In fact, going to wash up a little bit on the exit of turn 4. Allow Ray Andrews to look to the inside. Ray's got his bumper down there. Going to make the move for the lead. 2 laps remaining in this heat race. Gets a little sideways. Washes up and hits the 89 car. Going to give the lead to Walbring. An exciting heat race here. Couple of small mistakes. Mason Hain still having issues. Got loose on the exit of 4. Going to give up second place to Hunter Wellman. Wellman back in the fight here. Walbring taking the checkered flag. Going to take the pole position for our feature race over Hunter Wellman. Ray Andrews going to hold on for third place. Looks like Tim Ruark's going to rally back to fourth with Mason Hain pulling off the track. Not finishing that heat race. And that's going to put Mason to the very back of the start for our feature race. Congratulations to Justin Walbring pulling off the win last minute, taking advantage of mistakes from the front runners. We are now getting ready to grid up our second heat race. Going to be 4 cars in this race by the looks of it. And our starting lineup. Fastest in practice, Dale Wiggins taking pole position. Matt Moreau in that 38 Dodge Avenger on his outside. Mick Olofsson in that number 21 Ford Mustang GT going to be starting second row inside with Dean Quallie. Outside of him in that 17 car. One more time around this short paved oval. I believe it's about 4/10 of a mile. Dale Wiggins on pole position. Hopefully he'll be able to take advantage of that inside line for the start here. And hopefully these guys can avoid having the issues that the first heat race had. Nice tight group as the pace car pulls off. Green flag in the air. Matt Moreau with a good start. Going to pull it down. 3 wide for the lead. Matt Moreau makes contact with Dale Wiggins, shoving Wiggins down into Mick Olofsson on the bottom. All of them keep the car straight. Mick Olofsson taking advantage of that, taking the lead. But Dean Quallie looking to the bottom, thinking about making it 3 wide. Thinks better, pulls back. Now they're 3 wide off turn 2 for the lead. Going into turn 3, a little bit of contact sends Dale Wiggins wide. Still side by side at the front with that 17 and 21. Quallie looking to take the lead away. He's going to pull just ahead of Olofsson this time down the back straightaway. Olofsson a little bit loose, making contact with Matt Moreau. Matt being turned sideways and sent into the pit road. Matt not going to be too happy about that one, but Mick was not able to get the car collected back up. Spins it around. Take a quick look back here if we can see that. Our instant replay got just some hard fighting at the front here. Dean Quallie and Mick Olofsson side by side. Mick gets a little sideways and tries to close the door on Matt Moreau, but Matt was there. sends Matt sideways. Matt was able to luckily avoid that pit road wall, but costing him dear time, sending him down pit road. Back up front, we have Dean Quallie ahead of Dale Wiggins. 2 laps remaining in this feature race, or in this heat race, sorry. Dean has a comfortable lead over that 88 machine of Dale Wiggins. Coming to the white flag, all he has to do is just hit 4 nice clean corners now, and he will have that outside pole position for the feature. Last time out of turn 4, Dean Quallie will take heat race number 2. Dale Wiggins half a second off in second place. Then we will have the 21 of Mick Olsen with Matt Moreau bringing up the tail of this field. Mick and Matt not having a very good heat race, and I could understand that Matt would probably be fairly heated over that move that Mick tried pulling on him. As we get ready to get going in our 75 lap feature race, we will take a quick look at our starting lineup. Justin Walbring taking advantage of carnage in heat race number 1 to win and take pole position, with Dean Quallie starting on his outside. Hunter Wellman, that 64 car, will be starting 3rd place with Dale Wiggins outside of him. Ray Andrews bringing up row number 3 inside. Mick Olsen, that 21 Mustang GT, outside of him. Tim Rourke bringing up position number 7 with Matt Moreau outside of him in 8th. Bringing up the back of this pack after failing to finish heat race number 1 is Mason Hain in that 089 car. Now, are we going to continue to see the kind of fireworks that we have been seeing in the heat races? Aggressive moves, some mistakes, car getting sideways. A lot of contact so far in these heat races. Hopefully these guys can keep this race a little bit cleaner. Pace car should be pulling off this time by as they come off the back straightaway, leaving Justin Walbring in control of the field, and it does, and green flag is in the air. Nice even start on that front row. Dale Wiggins making a nice little crossover move on Ray Andrews. Is going to get his bumper down on the inside. Andrews getting a little piece of the wall. Going to slow that momentum down just enough to allow that 88 to get ahead. Wiggins, I think, got scored third place that time across the line, and will have to concede the position to Wiggins. Hunter Wellman looking to take advantage of that 13 car washing up, and Matt Moreau is right behind, trying to follow Wellman through as well. Ray in danger of losing a couple of positions here on that outside line. Hunter looked like he washed up just a little bit. Got a little tight to the door of that 13 car, kept it clean, and it looks like Dean Quallie was having some issues and losing positions. Second place down to Wiggins, and we have a caution. Yellow flag on the track, first time tonight at Lanier Speedway. Let's take a look back to see if we can find out what happened. Matt Moreau dove it in, and looks like he got in, made some contact with Hunter Wellman, and just sent Hunter around. Barely turned them, but it was just enough to call the caution for because of the traffic coming up behind them. 16 laps into this race, Walbring has led all of them except for maybe one. Dean may have beat him to the line one time by on that outside line, but Dean, getting a little crossed up, lost the position to Dale Wiggins. Will be restarting in third place now with Ray Andrews on his outside. Matt Moreau up a couple of positions from the start, but just got into Hunter Wellman to cause this caution. As they double back up on track, pace cars off, green flags back out. Dale Wiggins with a great restart on that outside, able to edge Walbring across the line. Walbring fighting back on that inside line, able to get back even with that 88 car, but give the lead to the 88 that time by. Still side by side for the lead. Dean Quallie single file, and two cars side by side behind him. Matt Moreau, Ray Andrews. Walbring across the line first that time, and now Quallie looking to take second place back away from that 88 car. Outside line looks like it works pretty decent for a lap or two on the beginning, and then starts to fall off. As we see Quallie able to take second place back away. Hunter Wellman further back in the pack, looking to take fifth place over from Ray Andrews. Just ahead, and Ray stuck on that outside line, in danger of losing a few more positions here. Is able to get down ahead of that 089, but Mason Haynes looking to dive it down a little bit lower to use all of that available track. As we got Dean Quallie going around. Quallie hard into that outside wall, brings the caution flag back out. Let's take a look at what happened to our second place car. Looks like he got a good run on Walbring coming off of turn 2. Tried to look to the inside, but Walbring was trying to close that door on him and avoiding contact. Dean got himself turning sideways, tried to catch it, but then I believe that was Matt Moreau. Just caught a little bit of his bumper. See if we could see it from a different angle here. Coming off turn 2, just gets to the bottom, just makes slight contact with that right rear. And yeah, Matt Moreau and Hunter Wellman both get a piece of that, sending Quallie hard into that outside roll. Strong run to start the race, but a crashed 25 laps in. Hopefully Dean does not have anything serious for damage. Walbring still on point. Dale Wiggins back in second now after Quallie crashed out. Quallie still on track, but running in 6th position as we speak. As we get ready to take the green flag, pace car pulls off, Walbring back in control. Wiggins had a good restart last time. Can he get it again? In fact, he does. Able to edge that 666 going into turn 1, but Walbring fighting back hard on that inside. Still side by side in 3 and 4. Drag race down to the start line, but give the lap lead to that 88 car. Walbring fighting back, and Matt Moreau's going around. Caution comes back out. Matt Moreau's spinning. Let's take a look at the All the Dirt instant replay. Cross the line down the start-finish line. Wellman looks to the inside and looks like he might have just gave Matt Moreau a little bit of help. Turning that 38 machine all the way around and bringing the caution out for the 3rd time tonight. You know what they say, cautions breed cautions. We went 14 laps clean to start this race, and the last 16 laps, the majority have been run under caution. These boys have been running very close to each other, as you see Tim Rourke getting his lap back on the outside going around the pace car. Eventful race at the front, but Wiggins taking advantage on that outside line of the last restart, able to steal the lead away from Walbring. First time someone's actually been able to clear that 666 for the lead, even if it was only just before the caution flag came out. Looking like we'll probably be taking 1 to green this time by. Yes, we are. The lights are out on that roof of that pace car. One more time around this track, we will return to green flag racing as we approach the halfway mark. Justin Walbring in control for majority of the first half. Wiggins able to wrestle that lead away recently. Green flag back in the air. Good restart on the bottom from that 88 machine. Walbring sliding down to close the door on that inside line. 88 able to clear easily on that restart down the back straightaway. But Walbring looking to bring the fight back to him. Side by side, 3rd on back though. That 089, Mason Haynes making his way up through the field, taking that final podium position away. As Dean Quallie is also looking to make ground back up after that spin earlier in the race. Does not appear his car was hurt too badly after that heavy contact with the outside wall. We also have Ray Andrews looking to gain a couple of positions back. Single file for the first 3 or 4 cars, and then we got a little bit of side-by-side action here as Ray Andrews closes the door hard on Mick Olofsson. Sliding up in front of that front bumper, that 21 Mustang. Dean Quallie looking to take 3rd away from that 089 car. Down on the bottom. Coming into turn 3, going to be able to clear him on off of turn 4. And does so easily. Ray Andrews taking advantage of the open door that Dean created. Sliding in on the inside of Mason Hayne, not allowing Mason to get back to the bottom line. All this fighting up the front, near the front, has allowed the top 2 cars to kind of drive away. Wiggins Walbring separated by a half second, but you got to go back almost a full second to 3rd place Dean Quallie. Quallie slowly starting to work on closing that gap back down though. But he's got Ray Andrews right behind him on his back bumper. Hunter Wellman had a strong run going, involved in that latest caution, and just hasn't really been able to make a lot of ground back up. In fact, he's looking like he just about got turned off the nose of that 44 car. Tried to slide down in front. 44 was just there. Managed to keep it together and didn't really lose any ground in that transition there. Up front, Dean Quallie has closed that gap. Ray Andrews following him all the way up. They're looking to take second place away from Justin Walbring at the moment. As said earlier, Dean is known for being able to save tires really well and maintain pace with the lead cars. He is showing that right now. Definitely carrying more speed. As he catches a little bit of that apron, gets the car a little bit sideways. Let's hop on board with Dean Quallie there as he reels in that 666 machine. And we have the fourth caution on the track. Take a look back here. Looks like Tim Ruark was having some issue. Down the back straightaway, looking for position on that 089 car. Looks like the 089 car just did not get an exit, got into the back of him, and Hunter Wellman, trying to avoid it, got into the back bumper of that 44 and turned him around. Unfortunate racing incident right there, but that is not what Dale Wiggins wanted to see. He was hoping this race would go green the rest of the way through. Right now, your top five: Dale Wiggins, Justin Walbring, Dean Quallie, Ray Andrews, Mick Olofsson. Justin Walbring started the race off on pit road, led a solid number of laps at the beginning. But Dale Wiggins has been proven to be very strong on restarts, managed to wrestle the lead away from Walbring right before a caution came back out. Then you got Quallie here in third now. Had issues about the midway point to where we are now, right around lap 20 somewhere. Got sideways, got into that outside wall hard. Sent him way to the back of the pack, and he's now back up in third. As we get ready to go back green, pit lights are off on that pace car. Dale Wiggins will take control. This time through 3 and 4. Pace car pulls off. Green flag back in the air. Wiggins with another strong restart. Walbring on that outside wants to try to close that door on the 17 car, but Dean is just there on the bumper of that 666 car. Not going to let him get down to the inside. Wiggins out to an easy lead right now. Half a second almost up on second place. But we got a heavy battle for it right now. Justin Walbring has second. Dean Quallie trying to take it away. And this time is going to clear that 666 machine, who slots down in front of the 21 car. Keeping that position. Keeping that final podium position to himself. Got a pretty solid battle, and we have caution on the track once again. Mason Hain, Tim Ruark look to have some issue going on. Once again down the back straightaway into turn 3. Ruark just sends her into the corner, gets into the back bumper of that 89 and turns them both into the inside wall. Bringing out the 5th caution tonight. 21 laps to go, 20 this time at the line. Been an eventful race. And definitely going to be a race that a handful of these drivers are going to wish they could forget. Wiggins on that front row as our leader. Dean Quallie managed to sneak ahead of Walbring to take second place away from that 666 machine, who had to slot down in front of that 21 machine, that 21 car, to keep him behind. Mick Olsen having an eventful night, getting caught up in a couple of issues, but so far holding it clean. Ray Andrews has a fast car, just has not really been able to capitalize too well on it. Lights are off on that pace car. He will pull into pits this time by pit road entry. And we will once again return to green flag racing. There he goes on pit road. Dale Wiggins on the gas. He is doing really well on those restarts, easily pulling ahead of that 17 car, allowing Justin Walbring to kind of go back for second place on that inside line. Side by side, second on back. Could throw a blanket over almost this entire field right now. These guys are tight, putting on some solid, hard racing. Dean Quallie on that outside line. Ray Andrews right behind him. Mick Olsen looking to decide if he wants to go inside or outside. Does he want to follow Andrews or does he want to follow Walbring? Hunter Wellman trying to figure out the same question. Side by side, it's 4-second right now. Quallie had it the last time across the line. Walbring looking to take it. Mick Olsen and Hunter Wellman get together and slide down the track, and Mick's still sideways. Brings the car back under control, but that's going to cost him a couple of positions here. Car still wanting to go way out, or go out from underneath that driver. Super loose machine in of that 21, and he goes around, makes contact with 38, and they both go to the inside wall. No caution flag for that one though. We stay green flag racing up front. Dale Wiggins out to a 1.7 second lead. That's the biggest lead we've seen this entire race. Walbring and Quallie fighting hard for second. Give Walbring the advantage that time across the line. Quallie still fighting hard on the outside. Ray Andrews, Hunter Wellman right behind them, side by side as well, trying to fight for third and fourth. Oh, sorry, that'd be fourth and fifth. Second place going back and forth right now between those two cars, that 17 and 666 machine. Give it to Quallie that time across the line, and he almost is able to clear that 666. In fact, he will this time off of turn 2. Hunter Wellman on the outside looking to make a move. Looks like that outside line may be coming in a little bit, because Hunter took third place away from Justin Walbring that time across the line. All this fighting though is allowing Dale Wiggins to drive away. Now over 2-second lead. Dean Quallie able to clear and open up a little bit of a gap now, with Hunter Wellman and Justin Walbring fighting side by side for third. Justin not having a good time. He is struggling on that inside line. In fact, Ray Andrews looking to the bottom, almost making it 3 wide for a second. Hunter able to clear that 666 for third place on the outside. Ray now looking to try to take that position away from Walbring as well. Little bit of contact with the outside wall right there as Hunter Wellman washes up through 1 and 2. Coming to 5 laps to go. Top 5 is straightened out. Then you got Tim Ruark, Mason Hain, 5th or 6th and 7th. Back up front though, Dale Wiggins 2.2 seconds ahead of Dean Quallie. Hunter Wellman not too far behind Quallie though. 4 laps to go. Dean doesn't have too much hope of catching that 88 car without some assistance. But he definitely cannot afford to make a mistake, because Hunter Wellman is right there. Three laps remaining. Dean Quallie under fire. Hunter Wellman on his back bumper, looking high, looking low, trying to find a place he can go around that 17 car. Tight on that back bumper down the front straightaway. Hunter looks a little higher in 1 and 2. Dean gets crossed up and they make contact, turning the 17 car into the outside wall, and the 64 goes around. White flag's in the air. I don't think we're going to get a caution here for this. Green flag stays out. Dale Wiggins now to a 3.8 second lead. Coming to take the checkered flag. Dale Wiggins will win at Lanier Speedway. Justin Walbring pulling second place back within his grasp after second and third get together and crash out. Ray Andrews bringing it home in third with Tim Rourke, Mason Hain, Matt Moreau, Mick Olsen, and then we have Hunter Wellman and Dean Quallie. Unfortunately for Dean, won the first 2 races, is not going to keep that streak alive tonight. Let's see if we can go back and take a quick look at that final lap crash. As we go back here, and it's not quite wanting to go far enough back, so let's manually rewind. Hard battling for second place here. Hunter Wellman, great run coming off turn 2, looks to the outside, just makes a little bit of contact with the back bumper of that 17 car, gets Dean a little bit squirrely, and it's on from there. Unfortunately, at this point, the leader had taken the white flag, so there was no caution to be thrown, and ultimately cost Dean and Hunter a podium position in that race. But why don't we bring third place finisher Ray Andrews into the broadcast booth here with us. Ray, that was an exciting race the entire way through, but those last couple laps, my God, what was going on out there?
Well, I jumped in and got 2 right side tires early, so I was hoping to get past them guys and try to put some ground down, but I just could not pass in either lane. I don't know what happened there at the end. I thought me and Justin were out of it when we lost them couple spots.
Well, Hunter and Dean got fighting pretty hard there, and just some light contact got Dean sideways, gave you and Justin the positions back. But, you know, like, even the midway point of that race there, the top 5 especially, just bumper to bumper, side by side, some hard racing. That could have been anyone's race. What was it like from the driver's point of view there?
I was just worried we were all going to wreck each other as close as we kept getting.
Well, there's definitely a few points of contact, and there was definitely a large number of cautions in this race, but you managed to keep it clean enough. You brought the car back home third.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I said, I thought I was out of it, and I saw them 2 cars get together, and I even threw one more Hail Mary on Justin trying to get second there at the last lap.
Well, unfortunately, that Hail Mary came a little short, and Justin was able to edge you to the line. I didn't quite catch that when I was looking at what happened with Dean and Hunter, but yeah, you brought her home third after a hard-fought race. You were up and down the standings quite a bit there in that mid-pack, but you held on for a third place, Ray. Do you have anyone you'd like to thank for that, for getting you there?
Misfits Creations for doing the rap, Justin Walbring, and the kids, of course. Thank you, all the dirt, Rusty Misfits, Dean and Mick for doing everything. I appreciate just being able to run and have fun here.
Well, you guys are definitely, you know, we have a pretty solid core of drivers out here, especially in the rookie division. It's hard to call, you know, most of you guys rookies anymore, especially with the way you guys drive. But tonight you put on a solid race. There are a few incidents, but good, tight, close racing for the most part, and you brought her home third, Ray. Congratulations.
Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Alrighty. So that was Ray Andrews who brought the car home third. Why don't we bring home Mr. Justin Walbring, who brought that car home second? Justin, That was an exciting end to the race. What did you see out your windshield?
I saw a golden opportunity. Is what I saw.
Well,
But
like I was just talking with
it,
Ray there. It was a tight race the entire way through, the top five bumper to bumper pretty much the entire time. You lost out to Ray and or not Ray to Dean and Hunter there, but they got a little bit too racy apparently, eh?
yeah, a little bit. They knew something about that upper line that I didn't know. I couldn't put down a lap up there to save my life. But yeah, I got lucky. I was settling in for fourth place, and then that happened.
Well, sometimes racing's not about being good; it's about being lucky, and you definitely took advantage of the luck tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to apologize to Dean because me and him got into a couple incidents where it got kind of sketchy. He saved the first one, but the second one wasn't able to be saved. I went back and took a real quick look at the replay on it, and it was a racing incident, but I think I didn't go as high as he thought I was going to, and he drifted up a little bit more, and it sent him around.
Yeah, well, there's definitely a lot of incidents tonight there. Dean especially had a bit of an up and down night, starting on the outside pole
Yeah.
outside of you, getting into that incident, getting hard into the outside wall, but he managed to race his way back up to second for a while before getting taken out on that final lap.
Oh yeah, and he held his own on that top line. Like he was hard to get past.
Well, I was stating during the broadcast that Mr. Quallie, he knows something about racing these cars, especially these cars, in a way that maintains a solid pace with the leaders and yet saves a stupid amount of tires. I don't know how he does it, but some of the numbers he's thrown out after races is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I would really like to know his secret.
No kidding. So, Justin, I know you got a couple of new sponsors and you haven't been able to rep them as much as you'd like to, especially considering last season, but you finally get a chance to do it once again here. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank Festicab, Festival Cab Service, Gemini's, Michael Steele Graphics, Clint's Auto here in Jacksonville, Illinois, and Kush 21 for the pre-race ritual. I think I did too much of the pre-race ritual.
Well, maybe you did just the right amount. You were able to stay out of enough trouble to take second place away.
I had lady luck by the old hoo-ha tonight, so I got lucky, but sometimes luck plays into your favor.
Well, that is absolutely the truth there, Justin. Congratulations on second place. You're back on the podium again. Hopefully we can see you again on the podium next week.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping Dean's back up there with me. But yeah, you guys have a good night, and thank you very much for what you do for us, Tom.
Well, you're very welcome. Races like tonight, they're definitely a joy to call.
Most definitely. You have a good night.
You too. Alrighty. So, we will bring our race winner, that number 88 Dale Earnhardt Jr. inspired paint scheme of Dale Wiggins. Dale, you seem to have the restarts figured out. What was your secret? Just plain old timing, or did you have a little secret sauce in there?
Well, you see here, in real life, what I like to do is I look at the flagman, right? Going into 3 and 4, I look at him. As soon as he drops that flag, that's my go-to, and I fucking start. Sorry for cussing, but I just start flying. So
What?
as soon as I seen the green come flashing across my screen, I gunned.
Well, you definitely made full advantage of the restarts tonight. We definitely had several restarts for you to take advantage of, and you managed to work your way up through the field and take that lead away. What did you all see going on behind you, though?
Man, honestly, I wasn't looking behind me. There's a reason why the mirror's so small and your windshield's so big.
Fair enough. And you were definitely taking advantage of that big windshield, especially when it was nice and open and had nothing around you.
Oh yes, it was fantastic for the first time.
Well, Dale, anyone you would like to thank for supporting you?
Yeah, all of my sponsors are on the car, of course. My dad, just per usual.
Well, sometimes, Dad's the biggest biggest supporter, especially when you're talking about race cars. You need somebody to help turn wrenches on it, right?
Oh yes, he's the one that got me started into racing.
Absolutely, Dale. Well, congratulations on the win. Great to see you back up front. Hopefully, we'll continue to see this trend continue on for you throughout the season.
Lanier's a special one. I don't know about the rest of them.
Well, you can't think like that, Dale. You just gotta remember that big windshield, small mirror.
Oh yes.
Alrighty, congratulations again, Dale. Hopefully, we continue this luck and see you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty, that will conclude tonight's race. Lanier Speedway did not disappoint. 5 or 6 cautions. Their opportunity for 2 or 3 more throughout the night. And man, there's some twisted frames, maybe a couple of twisted emotions, some hard racing, some unfortunate incidents, but it's definitely a fun race to watch. Thank you for joining me. I'm Tom Quiring. Thank you, All the Dirt, for broadcasting this, or for supporting this series, Rusty Misfits Racing League. If any of you have iRacing and you want to join in a fun racing league, definitely check us out on Facebook or on Discord, Rusty Misfits Racing League. We'd definitely be happy to take you on and get you racing. Thank you, and see you guys next week.